welcome back to our training in Windows Server Administration. In this video, we are going to set up the DHCP roles and configure DHCP to create a pool of IP addresses which the server can use to allocate IP addresses to adjoining clients automatically. Based on the work we have done so far, we have a server which has been promoted to act as a domain controller, and we have connected our client by assigning a static IP, and the objective for this particular video is for the server to be able to allocate IP addresses automatically, thereby the need to enable DHCP. So at the moment we have the manual IP assignment, and we have configured this particular client machine to have the IP address 10.10.2. So for it to be assigned IP automatically, let's go and see how to do so by adding the DHCP role in the server. So I'm going to start off by starting my server manager, and we'll simply go on to click add roles and features. So from the list of the server roles that are enabled to us, we are going to choose the DHCP server, and we have given the option to add features that are required for the DHCP server. We'll simply click on add features and then click next, and we can simply start off the installation process by clicking on install. So we're going to wait till this process is completed, and then we will go on to create the address pools in DHCP. So with the DHCP role added, we have the option to complete the configuration. Even if we had closed this particular dialog box, the option for us to proceed would be to go through the notification bar, and there we happen to have the post deployment configuration, and it's asking us to complete the DHCP configuration based on the role that we had added. You can click on next, and the user's credentials, which is the training administrator.lab. I would not want to use any alternate credentials since I'm logged in as the administrator. So I'm going to click on commit, and we're going to close it. So having promoted the DHCP role, we can simply click on tools and click on DHCP, and this is the place where we are going to create the addresses. So at the moment we happen to have the training server local running. Okay, so now that we have the DHCP tool available in the dialog box, we can see this IP version 4 and IP version 6. We're going to create a new scope by simply hitting a right click on IP version 4 and clicking on new scope. Alternatively, we can do that by clicking on action and creating a new scope. There's so many different ways of creating a scope, so we are just simply going to click on next. You can simply create any name which is applicable in your case. Click on next, and we will give a scope. Let's say 10.10.10.10. Let's create at least 10 or 11. So we have created 11 IP addresses, and I'm simply going to create next. So here we add any exclusions that we want to the IP addresses that you would not want the server to distribute. So I'm simply going to ignore that and click on next. In the screen that we are shown is a lease duration, and in here we specify how long a client can have the IP addresses from the scope. So by default it's 8 days. I'm just going to leave it on 8 days and simply create next. In the next step, we are going to be given the option of creating exclusions, usually for our intermediary devices such as a default gateway, switches, printers, etc. I do not have any at the moment, so I'm going to click on next. In this particular case, the DNS server we happen to have, so it has picked on that. If not, you can always search by the server name or add addresses manually and add it to the exclusion list. We do not have any wins server, so I'm simply going to create next. We have the option whether we want to activate the scope now or later. Let's just go ahead and activate the scope by clicking on finish. So as we can see, we have a scope created and status is active. Let's go and verify if the DHCP has been configured and is working. By switching to our client machine, I'm going to log in, and I'm going to change the IP assignment to automatic, thereby the need for the server to assign IP addresses automatically using the DHCP protocol that is in place. So click on Ethernet, and we will change the IP assignment to automatic, and we'll click on save. So I'm going to log out and sign in to this machine, and then we will verify the IP address that has been allocated to this particular client. So now that we are successfully signed back in, let's just go and verify our IP assignment that has been provided. I'm going to go on my command prompt and simply type ipconfig, and there we happen to have it. This time around, the IP address that has been allocated is 10.10.10.10, unlike the 10.10.10.2 that we had statically assigned. So this particular IP has been assigned to us from the scope that we had created and the first IP address that we had given. Since we had not had any exclusions allocated to the scope, so the first IP address from that has been allocated to the client machine. So in this video, we had seen how to install the DHCP server role and how to create a scope that will allow the server to automatically assign IP addresses to the adjoining clients. In the next video, we are going to focus in the Active Directory, and we will see how to create organizational units which can place objects for the organizational function or business structure. Okay then, see you in the next video.